I wonder how good my internet really is. Let's find out. Hey guys, this is going to be a little stray from the norm. I'm not going to play any video games. I'm not going to do any gaming or anything like that, but I've been talking about my internet lately, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a taste of what I've been able to accomplish with our new internet setup. I want to show you what we have been working with in the past, what we have now, and give you my honest feelings about the T-Mobile internet, because yeah, it's pretty fantastic. So what I want to do for you guys is actually, since we still have our old CenturyLink internet, I want to show you guys the speeds I was working with before. And then I also want to show you what we have now and what we're working with. And I'm also going to share a couple of pictures of the setup that I did with our T-Mobile gateway, because it's a little bit different. We didn't just plug it in and just let it do what it's supposed to do. We did that for a while and it works great that way. But the more things that we've plugged in, I've noticed that it definitely needs a new router in order for it to accomplish everything that 8 people in a household need to have happen with the internet. So I want to show you first what we were dealing with before with our internet, and then I'm going to show you what we now have as far as speeds go. So in order to do that, I need to switch over my internet to CenturyLink was who we had before, and I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, guys, I have my internet now hooked up to our CenturyLink, and just for the sake of this, I actually hooked it up to the 5G. Instead of the 2.4 gigahertz, I hooked it up to the 5 gigahertz because that's supposed to be the fastest connection. And I'm not that far away from the modem and router. So this will be the fastest that it can possibly be in our house. So I'm going to go ahead and hit go on this and we'll watch what it does. It'll give us our ping first, which 13 ping. That's fantastic. 38. I mean, really, guys, I'll tell you right now, this is the fastest it gets. It does not get any faster than this right here for our CenturyLink internet. I've never seen it go above 40. We paid for 40 megabytes per second download. And here is where it absolutely kills it for any type of streaming. It will not go above 2. We paid for 2 megabytes per second, and they make sure that you really stay right in that soft spot. So it says that it can go up to 5 megabytes per second, but I've never seen it go above 2. So guys, that is my CenturyLink internet that I've been working with for really the past 2 years. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over the internet to our new T-Mobile home internet. And then after I switch that over and show you the speeds on that, I'll actually show you my setup. Okay, moment of truth. We're hooked up to the T-Mobile internet now. I've reset everything so that it's a fresh start. And we're going to see if this internet really is what it needs to be and more for my streaming needs as well as the needs of our entire household, right? Streaming 4K movies, doing any type of smart home devices, whether that's our sprinkling system or any light switches or anything like that. So let's hit go. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. So I will say this, the ping is always a lot higher, 49 ping, which for gaming, it's a little bit of a struggle. I am pretty far away from the actual router itself, and it does do better on my Xbox Series X. But look at that, guys. That's 200 megabytes per second faster. 200 megabytes per second faster. And look at the upload speeds. This is actually, right now, I don't know why, but it's a little bit slower than it even usually is. It usually hits up to 40 and sometimes even 60 on the upload speeds. But for streaming, what you need is 7 megabytes per second upload speeds in order to do anything 720p or better for the video clarity. Yeah, I've got that and more. Plus, the download speeds are much faster. So when I have to download a game onto my Xbox, it goes way faster now, guys. The only downside to the Switch has been the ping. And really, when you're talking about gaming, I mean, I like to be a little bit competitive, but anything below 100, you're going to get into game servers. I'm working on figuring out a way to improve the ping. I don't know that yet, but I'm going to show you a couple pictures of my setup so you have an idea. We ran with just the regular out of the box router and modem for about a week to 2 weeks, and it worked great. The only reason I hooked up a separate router to the whole system was to get a little bit more coverage in the house. And also, it runs a little hot if you have a lot of devices going at the same time. And by plugging in the router and then basically just having the T-Mobile gateway be just that, a gateway, not a router, but it actually just serves as the conversion of the 4G and 5G LTE into home Wi-Fi internet, it runs a lot cooler, and therefore it works a lot better. So I'm going to show you a couple pictures of my setup, and then I'm going to give you my last and final opinion of this new internet. Okay, guys. Take a look at that. First of all, not a professional photographer. So if you look at it, this is how it's set up. On your left, you've got the actual T-Mobile gateway. That's what it's titled. That's that silver, built by Nokia. And that's actually what takes the cell phone internet reception and then broadcast that into a home internet Wi-Fi. And over to the right is actually a TP-Link Wi-Fi 6 router that I have plugged directly in. What I did is I actually turned off all of the Wi-Fi broadcasts from the T-Mobile cylinder. And the only thing that's broadcasting is that TP-Link router. And it works great. It's fantastic. Wi-Fi 6. That's a Cat 6 cable going from the TP-Link over to the T-Mobile gateway. One thing, if you'll notice, I have it set up in our kitchen window because if you have it set up in a window, you're going to get a whole lot better reception. And if you take that thing and just basically give it like little 1/4-inch turns and keep testing your signal, you'll find a sweet spot. There's actually 5 different antennas inside of that. And I've seen a lot of videos of people that have hooked up external antennas and it's worked great for them. I didn't need to, not for the speeds that I need for my house. I know some people are trying to push the limits of what it can actually do speed-wise, but really, I mean, it serves my purposes without doing any of that internal soldering of wires into there to put some external piece of hardware on the outside of your house. So that's it right there. And then just on the back end of the TP-Link, you can see all you got to do is hook it into your WAN line, and then it just runs into one of the 2 Ethernet ports. And then I can actually use those LAN ports to plug anything else into it. I am going to try to move it downstairs eventually. The higher up in your house it is, and if it's in a window, it's going to work a whole lot better to get those speeds that I was showing you. But I mean, final impressions of this, guys, I got to be honest with you. It's fantastic. It's hands down better than the CenturyLink. It is hands down better than anything that I can get right now at our location. I will say this. As soon as we have the availability to get a fiber internet line into our home, I'm doing that. I mean, there's just no doubts in my mind. Fiber internet is the fastest internet you can possibly have. Granted, the ticket price on this is pretty unbeatable. It's $50 a month with no other fees associated with that. It's just straight up $50. And you can literally take it out of the box, plug it into the wall, and you have internet. It's revolutionary. I mean, it really, in my opinion, you can have internet in places you couldn't have internet before. It does vary depending on where you put it in the house, or even how strong the the cell phone signals are in your homes. And so you do have to take that into consideration. But if it's available in your area and it's an option for you, I would highly recommend this internet. Even if you have good speeds now, $50 a month. If you're doing any type of movie streaming or anything like that, or even any gaming, it definitely fits the bill. Like I said, downside is the ping is a little high, which for gamers that means something. If you're not into gaming, it's not going to affect you at all. But the download speeds are fast. The upload speeds are fast. It definitely fits the bill for any home internet needs right now. So highly recommend it, guys. If it's something that is of interest to you, to get more information on, just leave some comments down below. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Put them out there, because that's what this is all about. If you haven't liked and subscribed the channel, go for it. I primarily game. If you're watching this and this is just for you to get information on T-Mobile Internet, by all means, hit me up. I'd love to discuss that with you. I do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday video games. I like to have a good time with that. But I will be making more content like this on a semi-regular basis to give you guys some information out there on some tech stuff. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and hopefully we'll see you on the streams.